standing in Sherman Oaks in front of one of 8 locations where big apartment buildings are set to be built. Coming up, we're going to hear from some of the residents who live here. They are outraged, saying it's all part of a Mayor Karen Bass loophole that's since been corrected. Yet still, these developments are getting the green light to go up. We'll explain it all coming up.
Good morning. I'm Trevor Shirley, live in Washington. Later on this afternoon, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy will face a vote in Congress that could potentially remove him from his leadership position. I'll explain whether or not there's enough votes to actually make that happen, though, coming up just ahead.
Good morning. I'm Jessica Holmes. A Metro Rail expansion project now on hold due to a mysterious reason. We'll explain.
Good morning, I'm Sam Rubin. Jack Osborne says he has a lot of mysteries uncovered in his new travel series. He'll join us live to talk about that, and it's no mystery. Today is Mean Girls Day. If you're a fan of the film, several ways to celebrate. We'll explain coming up.
All right, good morning, everybody. Oh, beautiful shot from the beach. Look at that, gorgeous, and look at all the surfers out there. It looks like they just groomed also the volleyball courts. Absolutely beautiful shot on this October day. While everybody else is watching the temperatures dip, we're going to be watching the temperatures go up and up and up. 73 today, beaches, downtown 79, 87 for the San Fernando Valley. High Desert 82, 84 in the Inland Empire. Orange County Inland 83 degrees, and you can add at least 10 degrees on top of most of these temperatures for the weekend. We'll give you all the details. Let's go to Ginger in traffic.
Yeah, and there's some beaches where they had to put the berm up fairly early, maybe even earlier than normal, just because we had that high surf a couple of weeks ago. Now, so many things for us to cover, including the situation that continues for your drive into Reseda. Our Pat Keitlinger has been on scene for this with a great live look at the conditions and what you can expect. I mean, not just that red vehicle that's under the tarp, that's where the fatality took place, but look at the parked cars that were also damaged in this crash. So we are talking about, again, Reseda here, Tampa Avenue at Sherman Way. And so those are streets that are always really busy, and they're going to be tied up for the investigation here that continues until further notice. We talk about like your east-west alternates. You got Van Owen, Satakoy. Satakoy is the north of Sherman Way, and then of course you also have, instead of Tampa Avenue, Wilbur Avenue, some other streets, so you can avoid this area so the investigation can continue easily. We'll move you over to look at that drive with a signaler that continues as well. So this stretch of the 55 freeway, the southbound side, so about 4th Street or just past 17th, we're still seeing those heavy conditions. So they were able to release some lanes, but a couple more are still closed here. They were supposed to have this wrapped up right about now, so we'll watch to see what develops. And again, as we mentioned before, you have like Tustin Avenue for a little bit anyway, Newport Boulevard, some different ways for you to get around some of those heavy delays. Check out that 5 freeway. That is tough in both directions. Usually that southbound side is real crowded through areas of Santa Ana. We'll watch all these things that are popping up for your drive. At least that one signaler in the 91 East at Adams, done with. I'll send it back to you.
Some residents in the San Fernando Valley are sounding the alarm over what they call a loophole that would allow large apartment buildings to be built next to their homes. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos live in Sherman Oaks to explain. Annie Rose, good morning.
Hey, Frank, good morning to you. A little context here. I want to take you back to December 2022. That is when Mayor Karen Bass issued this emergency declaration, that this directive that would allow affordable housing to be fast-tracked, to be built really, really quickly throughout the LA area. Well, 6 months later, she issued a clause, a little bit of a change that says that any of those developments cannot be built on single home streets. So basically a street like this one here in Sherman Oaks can be built. This one is slated right here for the corner, is going to be 200 apartments about 7 stories high. Okay, across the street, Scott Greenberg lives, and I want to bring you in because you are very concerned about this, outraged. Tell me a little bit more about how you're feeling, and not just how you are feeling, but how everybody in this neighborhood is feeling.
We feel under attack by a private developer who's been given carte blanche to build whatever he wants in the name of affordable housing. But this is just a private project to make money, to squeeze in as many units as possible. And for us in the neighborhood, the issue is not about affordable housing. We support it. I live right across the street. I think affordable housing would be great, appropriate. But this much of it, a 7-story building with 200 units, the issue is about population density. Our street can't handle that.